Good evening, a beautiful good day to each and everyone, to all the girls and women and all the doctors present in the group. Yes, straight to the point. So, we women are the pillars of our home and strength to our partners. So, why is that during the most crucial periods in our lives, be it the first step towards puberty, the childbirth, or menopause, we undergo immense emotional changes which can range from sadness, irritability, anger, anxiety, crying spells, poor motivation, lack of confidence, all leading on subconscious level to self-seeking approach. God forbids, if this becomes chronic or if this gets worse, women initially and very subtly and then drastically, they fall into depression, anxiety, loneliness, and worthlessness. This actually happens. And all because of one single thing, that is drastic hormonal changes that happens in each and every girl's woman's life every 7 years and mild up and down every month. So you see, most of the family members, and unfortunately, even we as women are unaware of this change, what happens to a woman. But the documented fact is that all the symptoms, whether they are positive or whether they are negative, they all bud in the womb. So the pregnant woman's overall mental health, be it, as I repeat, as I just said, and I'm going to repeat again, including her stress, her mood swings, her anxiety, her sexual inclination, her diet, her speech, her behavior pattern, her sleep, her relationship with others, they all directly affect that unborn child, right? So it's not that it's the only factor. There are other factors also, like environment also plays a big role, of course. But uh, the coping mechanism that we have been taught, because we as a woman, we embodied and bottle up our all the emotions. So the coping mechanism, it leads to anxiety, it leads to depression, or it leads to that resorting to factitious behavior that can be like exhibiting different appearances, or we can say like वियर्ड लाफिंग. कई बार आपने औरतों को देखा होगा, लड़कियों को देखा होगा, बिना मतलब के बोलना, बिना मतलब के हंसना. Those are the coping mechanism for all kind of stress and anxiety. And the loud verbal flow on compulsive paranoid subjects, किसी भी बात पे बोलना, चाहे आपको पता हो या नहीं पता हो. Or sometimes the women, they pretend that they are falling ill. Why? Just to crave that attention. It's nothing, please understand. It's an emotional requirement of every girl, of every woman who is undergoing all these emotional changes. In short, we all women crave for that kind of an attention, that kind of a respect, that kind of a concern during these times from all the family members, from the friends, those family members for whom we have stood thick and thin. You know, we are the pillars, as I said. So here, me and Dr. Akshita, we are Dada's student. Dada, who was our mentor, Dr. Bipin Kakkar, and who tried his best to pass on his legacy of selfless healing and teamwork. And he was way ahead of his time. हम कभी समझ ही नहीं पाते थे कि वो सबको लेकर क्यों चलना चाह रहे हैं. वो मुझे आज मेरी उम्र में समझ में आ रहा है. And we both, me, Dr. Akshita Gupta, along with Dr. Sonal, Dr. Bhumi, Dr. Reshma, Dr. Mansi, we are all following his path with some wonderful results. Let me tell you, Dr. Sonal, she has got a beautiful neck with skin and hair issues. Then Dr. Bhumi, she is impeccable with case history. Dr. Mansi and Dr. Reshma, they have wonderful insights for, teenage girls and male issues. And let me tell you about this bold and beautiful Dr. Akshita. She has been, like I would say, she along with Dada has pulled me out when I was supposed to go through hysterectomy during my menopausal stage. So I was told that my endometriosis line is way beyond what it should be, way beyond. And I'm supposed to go under hysterectomy within 3 months. So now I will tell you what teamwork means. So when my father, who is a colon cancer specialist, who is a colon surgeon specialist. He advised me to undergo homeopathy treatment with Dada and Akshita. And then there they both were pulled in. And after 6, 7 months, when I went for my re-checkup, the doctors, they were actually surprised that I do not need hysterectomy. Now, let me tell you one important thing with homeopathy and Bach flower before Akshita tells you everything. Akshita's first words were, "You have to be very patient with me." So, three things work with homeopathy and Bach flower. First comes the patient. Patient needs to have that kind of a trust with the doctors. They need to understand that they have to be resilient with the treatment. They have to understand that they have to take the medicines regularly. And last but not the least, they have to open up, bring out all the dead skeletons from the cupboard. They have to trust their doctors. And the doctor's part is to bring out that bottled up things inside very subtly with that case history. Case history is something that majorly, very rarely doctors, they can master it. But these four doctors, these four beautiful doctors and Akshita and Dada. So Dada's main concern was कि हमें case history लेनी आनी चाहिए. So within for couple of months, I was treated only on back floor. When my mind settled down, then Akshita's real job started. And believe me, today I'm sitting over here with my uterus intact, and I'm very proud to say with my uterus intact. I have no shame in saying that. But yes, um, when I'm saying homeopathy, most of you know. And when I'm saying back flower, it is very rarely that people know. So let me tell you in very short, back flower remedies, they are the legacy of Dr. Edward Bach to us. And in his very simple words, illnesses are physical manifestations of the negative state of an individual's mind. Right. So most of the time, what happens that other factors like environment, chemicals, pesticides, genes, they also have impact. But vulnerability comes, vulnerability comes when our mind gives up. So what we have to do is treat our mind first. Please treat your mind first. और दादा की लैंग्वेज में आपके मेंटल हेल्थ का रिमोट कंट्रोल आपके हाथ में होना चाहिए. And that is all from my side for Back Flower. And for beautiful insights and some practical insights for homeopathy, we will just shift to Dr. Akshita. And after that, we will have some collaboration and we will have some question answers. Dr. Akshita Gupta, most welcome.
Thank you, ma'am, for the beautiful insight. Hi, ladies, and hi, all present here. Being a female, we all know we are full of emotions, as already ma'am told. We are a beautiful creation of God, so we must value this, His creation. Today, I wish you all a happy Women's Day, and I take pride in being a woman. Today is a great day to celebrate the incredible achievements, strength, and resilience of women all around the world. It's all it's also a moment to reflect on the work that still needs to be done each day. So she leads today, she wins today. She is shaping leaders for tomorrow, future, and each day. She is the one who is growing each day with so much in herself. So she's a dreamer, she's a believer, she's a doer. She is one and only who can handle so much with so much of grace and so much of speciality in her. So, being a woman, we should be proud of it each every moment. So, woman kya hai? Let's go with that. Woman is the center of the household. So, I am here to make you understand that please value yourself, make yourself worthy. As we are seeing each day, the things are growing, the cases are increasing, maybe it's PCOD, infertility. Why it is increasing each day? Can you please, anyone who will raise their hands and who will like to discuss with me? Anyone who can tell me why are the disease so much of increasing? मैम इसमें हैंड रेज दिखता है?
Can unmute themselves और दिखता है hand raise.
Tension. Archana Chaudhary says tensions. What is sort of tensions? Ritu ma'am, let's discuss. What do you think? Why do you think infertility? Things are increasing. Why do you think PCOD? What is happening?
And that is entirely and entirely because of the lifestyle of the new generation. That is because they are not able to understand the biological clock. Because the thing is that हमें पता है कि हमें क्या करना है, but we are not listening to our body
Beautiful.
and not listening to our biological clock, which does not stop for everyone and for anyone. Yes.
Absolutely. I know. I know कि everyone has ambitions. I know everyone wants to process in life. I know everyone कुछ करके दिखाना है, हमें कुछ करना है. But we forget that being a woman, we need to do certain things being a woman. What we are doing now, we are becoming masculine, as rightly said in a message, we are doing. Absolutely. That is the thing. That is why hormonal fluctuations are there. So that is why I say value yourself. Worth, make yourself self-worthy. बट दैट डजंट मीन कि आप जो लाइफ का प्रोसेस है उसको शन कर दो, उसको भूल जाओ. नो, वुमेन इज द सेंटर ऑफ द हाउसहोल्ड. वुमेन इज symbolic. नाउ सी यूट्राइन डिजीजेस आर इंक्रीजिंग. व्हाई? यूट्रस क्या है? इट्स सिंबॉलिक टू हर ड्रीम्स. ड्रीम्स किससे रिलेटेड होती हैं? द चाइल्ड, द बेबी वी आर नरिशिंग इन द वूम. सो वुमेन में इतनी स्ट्रेंथ है कि वो एक बेबी को नर्स करती है, उसको 9 महीने बाद डिलीवर करती है. So we have to see how strong a woman is, but we deny this fact. We are denying कि हमें बच्चा ही नहीं करना है. We don't want it. Why? Because we don't want responsibility. So I want to make each woman understand. Value yourself. Value each organ in your body. Don't think इसको निकाल के फेंक दे. Let's operate it. No. Each organ in your body is vital. It's very important to try to understand that you are so important for us. Each woman should have their self value, self respect. That is the most important thing. As I know it's a struggle for women the day we take birth and early years. We have specific expectations from the family. Then, when we are in adolescent age, then we feel we have to explore, we have to self discover, struggle about the self image, about the voice, about being listened. Everywhere we have to face challenges. Then we come in adulthood. We have to pursue our dreams. It's another critical time. Then, being a woman, we need to balance multiple roles as daughters, sisters, partners, mothers, and whatnot. Then, when a girl child comes in, another discrimination. Then, when motherhood comes, another transition of life. You need to balance your work, but we lose their things. We are not able to balance. So we are juggling there. So we need to understand that it's a process. So everything will happen gradually. It is essential to reflect on ourselves, to recognize ourselves, and go on and on. We must celebrate this journey of being a woman. We should unite as we here 5 women are leading, trying to make homeopathy and Bach flower in association to move forward, to help each one of you here and more people to grow up, to come up. I want each one of you realize if you are facing such issues, you can take the help. Don't think ये तो मुझे पागल कहेंगे. No, you need to realize it is the need of the hour to seek for help. So homeopathy takes a major role in explaining you and making you come out of all these things in your life, anything happening. So come out of all these barriers because you as a woman needs to be self-respected, self-valued, which is the major cause of all disease. The self-love, which we don't do it. We always keep ourselves at the last, but we are the center of everything. So self-value, self-worth, self-love is very important. Over to you, Dr. Ritu ma'am.
Thank you, Akshita. That was so important. And please let me tell you, uh, you can, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go for this modality or that, but you can shift to homeopathy only if you have resilience, only if you can understand that this works in a very gradual process, but it works for surely. And it can only work if you are ready to pull out those dead skeletons from your cupboard, please mind it, because homeopathy
Absolutely.
works only on your mental symptoms. So the constitutional remedy only works on your mental symptom. और अगर वो hit हो गई, जैसे कि मेरे केस में हुई थी, hit हो गई, then there is no looking back. But now,
But she's a very patient person, very perseverance, very trusty. Her father being a so dedicatedly allopath, he was also trusting the process.
yeah,
So
he
one
is.
needs to understand everything is a process.
And
As she
everything
says,
is a
patience,
collaboration.
perseverance.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Everything.
So one woman should be women's, we should join hands with each other. We should work for each other, for the growth of each other. No one can grow singly. One needs to understand this.
Now, let me tell you one thing. Why all this is happening? Why is the stress? Why is the tension? हम बहुत आसानी से तो बोल देते हैं कि बच्चों की लाइफ में इतना स्ट्रेस है, हमारी विमेन की लाइफ में
बिल्कुल
इतना टेंशन है, बट ये होता क्यों है? Deep down it is very simple, but we are not ready to accept it. And why? So the most, now I say happy women's day. Why? Because the most important part in a woman can play for herself is to pay attention to herself, is to pay focus on her body rather than on getting
Absolutely.
attention. Please pay attention. Don't get try to get attention. Now, what happens? We need to understand that all these new technologies can be a boon for us if we are working, if we are letting them work in our favor. And but what happens, the Twitter hai, Instagram hai, I'm not saying they are bad, but what I'm trying to saying that
Limitations.
they have allowed people to have powerful powerful feeling of,
Absolutely.
उनका एक ही काम है that you learn to get attention, not pay attention. That is how, and hence
Please mark the words. Pay attention and get attention. Very important.
what happens is
Very, very important.
every individual's creativity is becoming more and more a means to an end of what? Of getting attention. They are selling attention, and we are giving them that kind of an attention for them only. So guys, in case if this ends and if we are not able to finish, we can rejoin. So you will have to keep patience of 5 minutes gap period to rejoin, right? We might finish, and if we don't,
Perfect.
so they are selling attention, and we get that kind of an attention for those people, for those kinds of apps. Now, let me tell you one more thing, that get that being addicted to getting attention is exactly same way of getting addicted to anything else. This is also an addiction. And जो भी addiction की हम बात करते हैं कि इसको smoking का addiction है या इसको पीने का addiction है, so even getting attention is an addictive thing. So it is what? Never enough is enough. It's not enough for you. That's why you're trying to get attention. The feeling of that inadequacy, चाहे वो लड़कियां हो या चाहे वो हमारे जैसे हो या कोई भी हो, तो वो inadequacy जब फीलिंग आती है तो वो क्यों आती है? बिकॉज अब न्यूक्लियर फैमिली होने लगी है, और न्यूक्लियर फैमिली के साथ साथ भी कैसा होता है, दोनों पेरेंट्स काम कर रहे हैं, देर इज नो वन टू लुक फॉर यू एट होम. वी हैव नैनीज, वी हैव लुकिंग आफ्टर पीपल हु लुक आफ्टर अस, बट दे हैव देयर ओन, दे हैव देयर ओन स्केड्यूल, उनको भी घर देखना होता है, एंड द पेरेंट्स आर आउट. सारा दिन बच्चा घर में बैठा रहता है. नाउ दे आर ट्राइंग टू गेट दैट अटेंशन फ्रॉम स्ट्रेंजर्स. So what happens when there is an inadequacy? You try to post randomly to get that kind of a followers, to get that kind of an attention. But यहाँ हो क्या रहा है? हमारी creativity मर रही है. That flow of creativity is not there because we are generally unhappy because we are competing with others. उसके इतने followers हैं, मेरे इतने followers नहीं हैं. So your creativity is only becoming a pleaser for others. And in the
That is why I said make yourself worthy.
yes,
Make your confidence such that that is why self-love, self is very important.
वो भी
So
एक,
which we are lacking.
या वो भी कई बार कैसा होता है कि सेल्फ लव क्या होता है. सो लेट मी कम टू
Hmm.
कि इन द एंटायर प्रोसेस बचपन से ही हम लोनर्स हो जाते हैं बिकॉज वी आर ऑलवेज
बिल्कुल.
others. We become loners and eventually we fall into depression. So, if you want to pay attention to yourself, you are becoming creative. How? That flow of creativity is there. Now you're not competing with anyone. You know about yourself. Now you will feel that, okay, that person is also a creative person. Let me collaborate with him. You are a happy person in yourself. You are a happy person, you are automatically loving yourself. So the entire process ends on paying attention to yourself. So if you are paying attention and if you are collaborating with other people, ये चीज दादा ने बहुत साल पहले ही देख ली थी. वो हमेशा बोलते थे, अक्षिता तुम्हारी कॉम्पिटिटर नहीं है, सोनल तुम्हारी कॉम्पिटिटर नहीं है, कोई भी तुम्हारा कॉम्पिटिटर नहीं है. You bring your creativity out, just focus on yourself and your flow will increase, flow of creativity will increase. और उन्होंने हम सबको बांध के रखा. और आज वही वजह है कि all of us are successful in whatever we are doing because we are happy. थोड़ा सक्सेस, ज्यादा सक्सेस, it doesn't matter to us. We are happy because our patients are happy. We are healing because we are happy and we are healing fast and we are so happy again. So it's a loop. हम खुश हैं, हमारे पेशेंट्स खुश हैं, हम वापस खुश हो जाते हैं. सो
बिल्कुल राइट.
self healing and teamwork, believe me, this should be the motto of everyone. And when I say, um, basically what happens, this bond starts at home. सबसे ज्यादा ईगो हैसल्स किस में होते हैं? कपल्स में होते हैं. वहीं से हमारी अनहैप्पीनेस चालू होती है. हमारा ईगो क्लैश सिर्फ हमारे पार्टनर से ज्यादा होता है. एंड इफ वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट, एक बार को साइड में ईगो रख देते हैं. इफ आई एम, my energy is flowing in rhythm with my partner's energy, we both are growing. If we both are growing, I am happy. मुझे फिर दुनिया से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. That brings out my womanhood, that brings out my happiness, and that brings out my creativity. Right? So be you, be free. So if anyone has anything to say, you are most welcome to please add on. But I guess you just need to pay attention to yourself, and that's about it. And do not shame कि मेरे को ये है वो है. Be open with everything that you have inside you. We are here to help
And
you.
trust the process. See, we are always seeking for light. We are going, we are moving forward. So don't think कि आज मेरे पास प्रॉब्लम है जिंदगी भर रहेगी. Just try to keep working on it. Keep going. The process has to come and it will end. It is just a process of transition, transformation each day with every stage as we are going on. Nothing else.
The key is
So
simple.
each one of you,
Yes, the key
anyone who wants to ask questions, wants to
prioritize yourself.
discuss, yes, absolutely.
Prioritize yourself. You're passing this legacy to your kids. And yes, of course, people around you. Uh, I I'm surprised. Like there is no one who is saying anything. मलिक साहब
We are
आप
very
आइए,
clean.
ताहिर आप भी आइए. So we would want somebody to say something on it. आपकी जो भी experience है, you have aged gracefully. So whatever experiences you have about homeopathy, about backflower, please come and share on this platform. This is good for everyone. And I'm not saying, trust me and my father, we both are in different modalities. He is into allopathy. And but wherever he is required, like अगर operation की जरूरत है, of course we always discuss with.
Absolutely.
और कोई
Value.
प्रॉब्लम होती है, वी वैल्यू हिज, वी वैल्यू वट एवर ही सेज. कई बार तो वो बोल देते हैं होम्योपैथी से सॉल्व हो जाएगा. इनफैक्ट वट एवर स्किन इश्यूज ही हैज, ही कॉन्टेक्ट्स अस, ही कॉन्टेक्ट्स दादा एंड टीम कि भाई मेरे को दवाई भेज दो, मुझे हो रहा है. सो इट्स लाइक अ कोलैबोरेशन. वी आर ट्रस्टिंग ईच अदर एंड वी आर ग्रोइंग विद दैट because he knows a lot about homeopathy now and I know a lot about allopathy, being his daughter, being around him every time whenever he was seeing the patient. So it's all about being with each other, stand for each other, let others grow. दूसरों की ग्रोथ में आपकी ग्रोथ है.
That is what we are making you understand कि why am I here? People सोच आजकल क्या है, लोग सोचते हैं कि अगर मेरे को एंजाइटी हो रही है, डिप्रेशन हो रही है, पोस्टमार्टम डिप्रेशन हो रहा है, मेरे पास बहुत केसेस आ रहे हैं एवरी डे, तो लोगों को लगता है, शर्म आती है कि मैं कैसे डिस्कस करूं.
No,
अरे डॉक्टर विल नॉट जज यू. समझो ये चीज. आई एम हेयर टू हेल्प यू. आई एम नॉट देयर टू जज यू. आई वांट ईच वुमेन, ईच पर्सन टू रियलाइज आई एम इन अ प्रॉब्लम. मुझे हेल्प लेनी चाहिए और मुझे डॉक्टर के पास जाना चाहिए. You should
Sonal?
understand कि it is very
Yes,
important.
of course. Dr. Sonal, are you there? You can kindly unmute. Pratibha Mehta, you can unmute and say something if you are willing to say. Anybody, you're most welcome. Sunaina, Anu.
Ma'am, may I say something, ma'am?
यस यस डेफिनेटली सर, तारिक सर बताइए।
सो मैम मैम आमतौर पे ना
हम्म।
जो एलोपैथिक मेडिसिन है उसको मेन मोड ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट माना जाता है।
जी।
और बाकी जितने मोड ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट्स हैं वो उनको सक्सेसरीज मानते हैं। तो ये जो हमारी बेस्ट फ्लावर रेमेडी है, ये उसको मेन स्ट्रीम हम कब लेके उसको कैसे उसका स्टेटस दे सकते हैं, so that we should be aware of our limitations। बाज औकात हम ना, कई लोग जो जुनूनी जुनूनी से होते हैं वो ओवर एग्जेजरेट कर लेते हैं और पेशेंट को नुकसान पहुंचा देते हैं। तो कौन सी चीजें हैं जहां पे हमें वी शुड नॉट यूज दीज मेडिसिन व्हेन द पेशेंट इज इन क्रिटिकल और क्रूशियल स्टेज। थैंक यू मैम।
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि ये मेडिसिन हमें क्रिटिकल स्टेज या उस पे नहीं यूज करनी चाहिए। वी कैन यूज दीज मेडिसिन एज सपोर्टिव मेडिसिन विद एलोपैथी ऑल्सो। आई एम नॉट नेमिंग एनी पैथी, बट एज यू सेड वी कैन यूज दीज मेडिसिन, बट यू शुड नोटिस the medicine should be apt for that process. If you are very confident कि मेरी ये medicine इस process में critical process में दी जा सकती है, you are so liable, you are so intelligent enough, so much skilled in your pathy, you can give it. Because see, BFR का जातक है, that's our healing remedies. These just calm your mind, the pain you are going through, the process. So homeopathy works on the patient as a whole. क्या उसको है, सो हम इसको उनके साथ दे सकते हैं। बट लेकिन चॉइस अगर सर्जरी की है तो डेफिनेटली सर्जरी तो करानी है।
डेफिनेटली।
दैट हैज टू बी मेड क्लियर।
So yes, we are
आई
through
होप
the
दैट्स
session
क्लियर।
and we have just less than a minute. If anybody wants to say something, then only we will join. Or I guess Akshita, that is it.
एब्सोल्युटली। आई थिंक दिस इज द क्रक्स इज बेसिकली फॉर ऑल वुमेन्स। आई विल एंड बाय सेइंग वैल्यू योरसेल्फ, help yourself, enjoy yourself, fly with the wings which